Hey all, everyone, Mr. Toffee here. The first half of 2021 is over and done with, so I thought we ask each and every one of our gaming, editorial, and content creating pals in Malaysia and Singapore and all over Southeast Asia about what their favorite games and moments are of 2021 so far. Think of this more like a sanity check with everyone I know and we know. So joining me, of course, is Wan Hazmer, whom you may recall is the co-founder of Metronomik, developer of the hit
Hello.
action game No Straight Roads. You may also recognize his name as one of the main designers of Final Fantasy 15. So, how's the first half of 2021 been so far?
Well, 2021 has been really crazy. I mean, pretty tough because we've been, Malaysia has been going through so many, lockdowns, and it's hard to go out. But at the same time, it is kind of like it's kind of like a blessing where we can play more games. there are less meetings. So
That's good. And I want to talk about games so far because that's what the channel is about. And I've noticed that you have actually opened up a brand new Twitch channel, or has it been around for like so many months that we completely missed it and everything? Like maybe talk a bit more about your...
No. Yeah, I started around end of last year because I was looking at because the voice actor of No Straight Roads, Stephen Bones, he's an amazing guy, and he's been doing streams since NSR came. I think he started a bit earlier, but he got very popular after NSR. And I thought that maybe streaming is a good way for me to share my game design insights while getting other people's insights as well. So I started Wan Has Games, play on my name. Wan Has Games around, I think it was last October, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So it's relatively new, and yeah, it's not that we have there are many followers or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. I just find it like an excuse for me to play games, and I think playing games from a streamer's perspective, I think it's very interesting. It's very different than playing games off stream, right? It's like you need to play also for entertainment's sake as well. You need to understand whether your viewers will find it entertaining or not. So yeah, it's for our future games in Metronomik as well, we have to look at it from the streamer's perspective, not totally pandering on it, but considering it would be useful insight for our game designer.
And especially from a game designer's perspective, that's a lot of people want to actually tap onto. So now, of course, we're going to be talking about games that you like in 2021. I mean, we can also talk about, again, stuff that came out in 2021. So maybe bring up like 1 or 2 or even 3 games, or as many games as you like which ones actually piqued your interest and made you feel like, yes, this is...
Oh god, there's
so far.
There's so many games that are great. I mean, yeah,
man.
Seriously, the first half of 2021, yeah, I said about the lockdown and the year is tough, everything, but my god, the density, man, the density of our very good video games out there, it's amazing for the first half a year, man. Wow, so I've actually, before this interview, I was trying to recall, what games have I played in 2021. So I went back to my Facebook, look at the banners, asked my wife what did I play off stream and all that. So, so I would just look at the banner and, okay, this 2020, no. Okay, then the first game that I would like to highlight is definitely Rhythm Doctor. Yeah, Rhythm Doctor, Hafiz is also a composer and also a game designer, and for me this is something that, No Straight Roads actually has a lot of charm in terms of graphics and art and story and all that. This is what our fans tell us a lot, but one thing that I really wish No Straight Roads had was the integration of game design and music gel very well together like Rhythm Doctor. Because Hafiz is just that kind of person, right? Obviously, he made it with the team as well, but it was definitely the brainchild of Hafiz from 7th Beat Games. And yeah, Rhythm Doctor, it just screams a lot of, how to say, in Japanese called asobi kokoro. It's like trying to play around with the player, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I played games like Rhythm Heaven, and I did play Rhythm Doctor for a bit. I really like it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to actually see like the full release version of the game because it's early access.
Yep. Yeah, it's still early access. But I mean, Yeah, just like Rhythm Heaven as well, right? They like to toy around with you a bit, you know, and not in a bad way, right? They like to toy around with you a bit. You think you have mastered this already? Okay, how about this? You know, so that element of surprise, as in pleasant surprise, is really really amazing in Rhythm Doctor. It's a very good level design and very good game design as well. Yeah, it was really really fun throughout. Not only on stream, but you know, as a rhythm gamer myself, I've been playing rhythm games for, I would say, more than 20 years really now. Right, but man, Rhythm Doctor is really up there in the rhythm game realm, you know. And I know that Hafiz has gone around the world, you know, to promote his game and also to mingle around with other rhythm game developers as well and rhythm game enthusiasts. So I haven't delved into the editor yet, but you can tell that there's a community. This is something that we are also very appreciative, like, you know, when it comes to Straight Roads, the fans, like, you know. And Rhythm Doctor has also a lot of fans that are making their own custom-made levels.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really nuts. I mean, you can tell that Rhythm Doctor was made for rhythm gamers, lah. By a rhythm gamer. It's another game that I played this year, which is really great. But it's totally early access. It's just a demo. It's called Unbeatable.
Yes, that's good stuff.
Yeah, Unbeatable. To be honest with you, I was a bit skeptical. I was as skeptical as when I saw Friday Night Funkin'. You know, when I saw the interface, I was like, okay, isn't this Muse Dash? Isn't Friday Night Funkin' Dance Dance Revolution? You know, because the UI is really the same, right? Unbeatable is not really the same, but it's like Muse Dash multiplied by 2, right? You look forward, you look backwards as well. But man, the entire user experience of being a rock band, and also the whole feel of the grunge. I don't know how to explain it, you know, but it kind of totally masks the Muse Dashness out a bit, and it becomes its own unique rhythm game.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm actually art style again earlier.
Yeah, the art style is amazing, yeah.
But it's a very promising thing that hopefully it comes out in full force in next.
Yeah. I kickstarted it lah, so I'm really really looking forward. I don't really kickstart a lot of projects, so this one is really really promising lah. Okay, so I'm gonna mention 2 games, but they're in the same genre. They're in the same category for us. So Ray is my wife. Once a week she will play a game, and like an indie game, and once in a while we will also play cooperative. And we played 2 games at cooperative, and we played It Takes Two first. And It Takes Two was wonderful. It was a wonderful, wonderful game. I tell you, the whole premise is a genius, right? I mean, it's like, you know, 2 parents who are about to be divorced, and then, you know, and then the therapist comes over, and then you get shrunk, and then you travel through the world of your own house, and then you go through some, you know, marriage therapy, sort of, through platforming. So It Takes Two was, for us at the time, was game of the year so far at the time. You know, the way the game introduces the different skills, it makes you kind of you know, it feels very light in a way. So although the puzzles are very deep, but they feel very light because you don't have to remember a lot of things, right? You're just given 2 new skills, one for the husband, the other one for the wife. And then after that, once that dungeon is done, that's it. Then you move on to 2 other new skills. And the level design and also the game design of the 2 skills is so complementary to each other. It's amazing. I don't know how else to explain this without spoiling it too much, but you know, something that doesn't even look complementary is so complementary when the level design is there. Right? And the story, man, the voice acting, yeah, everything was perfect. Until this other game came along, and that became our new game of the year, and that was, and you played it on Kakuchopurei as well, Chicory.
Okay, yes.
Yes, Chicory. Oh my god, that game just oozes so much heart. You know, that it can feel that so much love was put into the game. You know, I like It Takes Two, but It Takes Two, as good as it is, from a game design perspective, there are a few things that I'm not very happy with. For one is, as I mentioned just now, the two skills, right? That you forget and you get and then you forget, which is good in terms of lightness. But I'm more of a Zelda kind of fan, right? Where
the 2D top-down puzzle-based storytelling kind of.
I wouldn't say that the 2D part is as important as the fact that you have the same tool, but it is used in different ways throughout the entire game. Okay. Yeah, Zelda is like that, right? I mean, especially the 2D ones, right? The 2D Zelda, you are in this kind of like, well, I wouldn't say open world, but an overworld, right? You're in this overworld, and then you have this particular weapon, per se. But when you go to a different dungeon, the same weapon is used differently because the things in that dungeon is different, right? So the metrics of the multiplication of the weapon versus the environment, it plays around a lot with it, and then you can still have the same weapon throughout, and you will still feel different throughout the entire game. And the overworld also changes. Like you had a boulder blocking you before, and then now you have a new weapon. Now you can go above, you can push a boulder now. So in other words, the overworld also evolves with you, right? As much, the exploration aspect evolves. And Chicory for me was the same in terms of game design. So that's why in terms of game design, I preferred Chicory to It Takes Two. As genius as It Takes Two is, Chicory was just using the brush mostly lah. I was a bit disappointed at the jump feature.
I know what
because the jump.
About, yes.
Yeah, because the jump has nothing to do with the brush. So the jump is like a Zelda kind of, trick that you can put in Zelda. So I'm a very big fan of game design or, game mechanics that can only be done on this game and nowhere else. So Chikory's jump was a bit off, was a bit out of that particular frame, but apart from that, all the other skills has a lot to do with coloring, has a lot to do with, the brush itself. And it keeps getting better and better. The music is so amazing as well.
Yes, Lena Raine did
a really good job. Oh my god, I was already a big fan of Celeste. Or Celeste, however you pronounce it. But yeah, I mean, seriously, the music was fantastic. The boss fights were fantastic. The boss fights were very, very well thought out. Just because you have a brush, oh man, it's like, it's such a genius. And the game has so much heart. It kind of reminds us why we made No Straight Roads as well. No Straight Roads also, it's a game where we wanted to show that not everyone is evil. Everyone has a reason to do something. It's just that the clash of values is the one that is making someone an antagonist and someone a protagonist, right? But at the same time, the protagonist can be evil as well. The antagonist can be evil as well. So the antagonist can be good as well. So Chicory was also the same, right?
Yep.
Chicory was you thought that you are Chicory. There's something wrong with her, something like that, But at this, I don't want to spoil it, lah. But I mean, and the dialogue has so much heart, right? The dialogue has so much heart. It's like they're all pouring their emotions into the dialogue. It feels so sincere. It's like as if it's like art. It's really like an artist talking. Basically, yeah. So it's really it's a really big love letter to art, basically, and that involves everyone, by the way, because everyone is into art one way or another. Yeah.
All right, let's head back. Let's go and take a look at a bit of the future. Like, are there any games you're looking forward to in the next 6 months or even in early 2022 that you want to touch and play?
Oh my goodness me. Let me I was not prepared for this question at all. I'm
Tula, and then we're done. We're good for the day.
Okay, I'm a very big Sonic fan, so I'm looking forward to Sonic Colors Ultimate. Just because. I'm looking forward to Kena as well. Yeah, Kena, the PlayStation 5 game. Yeah, Bridge of Spirits. Yeah. It's looking really promising so far. I'm a big Life is Strange fan, so Life is Strange True Colors. This is something I'm looking forward to because, I've always wanted to know how a game deals with synesthesia. So, I mean, Life is Strange is really like that, right? Color represents emotion kind of thing. So, looking forward to it as well. Yeah, True Colors. Yeah, I'm just looking at the list here right now. But yeah, I think that should answer your question. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you notice that it's like very, very story-based adventure games, right? I'm looking forward. Sonic Colors is the exception though. Sonic Colors just let's not care about the storyline. Just
Yeah, you're
run.
just playing it because Sonic is there, and actually I kind
Yes.
of missed out on Sonic Colors too. That's also something on my
Yeah, because it was on the Wii U. Was it?
Wii, that platform that
Yeah.
I don't think that many people had.
Yeah, exactly. I wish they would remaster or remake Sonic Unleashed, which is another great game. The one that Sonic just runs throughout the city, like blazing through the city, and also there was a Werehog also, which
Werewolf, yeah, Werewolf.
Werehog,
Yeah, Werehog. Thank you.
not Werewolf, Werehog. Yeah, actually, I hate it when Sega introduces this, new mechanics to something that just requires you to run. But at the same time, Werehog wasn't that bad, So, but yeah, Sonic Colors is it's amazing. The aliens, you would think that it's another one of those editions from Sega, but when you actually play, and as you know, the reason why it's being remastered also is it's one of the best Sonic lah. At least a 3D one. Yeah.
Alright, thanks again for joining me, Wan Hazmer. Could you just tell everyone who's watching this to let us know what links and what not to follow you at, before we wrap up the show?
Alright, so please follow me on Twitter, Wan Hazmer, WANHAZMER. Same name for Twitch as well. So I run Twitch every Monday, Thursday, and Saturdays. It might change in the following month because one of our VAs is gonna do No Straight Roads stream every Saturday next month. So I don't want to kacau his stream. So but we do streams I do streams every 3 months, three times a week, and also once a week I will play with Ray, my wife, who is also my VTuber. Also a VTuber, my VTuber. Yeah. So my wife and also my waifu as well at the same time.
Awesome.
And apart from that, please follow Metronomik, www.metronomik.net. We also have our own Twitter as well, and No Straight Roads, man. No Straight Roads is gonna experience the 1-year anniversary next month. Yes, man, we released the game 25th August last year, so it's almost 1 year from the release. So you can also follow No Straight Roads Twitter as well.
Alright, thanks a lot, man.
No problem, man.
I just can't refrain